Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Dirt Shop. We're here tonight for week 10 of the series, the final night, final one for the whole show. So yeah, what a night we've got in store. The New Zealand champs, the 2024 QTR Transport Stockcar New Zealand E-Championship is what we're calling it. As you would have seen by the logo there. Yeah, so tonight we're racing out of Oceanview Speedway, Wanganui. Obviously, New Zealand champs for the first three heats, and we do have a feature race tonight, and that one's going to be for the West Coast champs. We're just going to throw that in there to end the night with, and yeah, so hopefully put on a bit of action, and the guys can sort of turn it on a bit as they have been in recent weeks. Yeah, first and foremost, like a big thank you to QTR Transport, obviously for coming on board as the whole series sponsor, but like the outright naming sponsor for tonight's New Zealand title, and for the feature race this evening as well. So we honestly couldn't have been putting on this series without their backing, without their support. So yeah, like Rob Tracy. Massive thank you from me to you, and obviously Quinton, the rest of the guys, Rusty, Ants, the guys have all been tuning in and getting behind it and supporting what we're doing here at the Dirt Shop. So yeah, awesome team, thank you very much, and yeah, like I said, without your support we couldn't have been putting on this show. So also, along with that, all the feature race sponsors and affiliated sponsors that we've had throughout the series. I'll touch on them a little bit later because we are kind of under the pump right now. But for the time being, I will just touch on our Caleb Ashton fundraiser that's still going to the end of the month. Any proceeds from those shirts go towards his UK trip. I believe he flies out at the start of next month, and yeah, so we're trying to get that raised and get that to him before he flies out. So any last little bit helps. It's all going towards a good cause, and obviously all the rest of the drivers' tees, the Sam Ashton, Flynn Ashton one, they also go towards the same cause. So yeah, that's still going to the end of the month. That's the cutoff for that, and yeah, like I said, we hope to get the funds to him before he takes off. But before we get into the race as well, we will quickly touch on the points standings from the overall series. So that's what it was, the 2024 QTR Transport Stockcar A Series. And there's our overall standings there. Caleb Ashton took out the top spot, ahead of James Freeman, Man KJ, and Dwayne Martin brought the 7B home in third place. But it was a good hard fight to the very end. Unfortunate for Todd Hemingway. He had, I'm going to say, engine troubles. And yeah, unfortunately, he hasn't been able to recover from that. So he isn't even on the grid tonight, I don't believe. So it's a bit of a shame. But yeah, so he took a fall from grace there because he was actually top on points leading into that final night, and that really hurt him and dropping down to 7th place there. But the other notable mentions, obviously, Evan Tyador, ever consistent Mr. ET, Zane Riddick coming home in 5th. Always a good hard fair charger, Zane is, and most impressive there is Ryan Cooksley in his debut season back in the stock cars with us here, coming home in 6th place overall. Zach West there in 8th, Jesse Pollock Houston 9th, Flynn Ashton rounds out the top 10, and then as you can see down there, we've got Brad Lane, Ben Wagner, Chris Bailey, Peter Wilson, Daniel Curran, Jeff McConey, Sean Harold, Alex Curran, the man Kinser there, myself rounding out the 20 after missing the last 3 rounds, doing the stream and the trackside cameras. So yeah, and then Pete Taylor, Sam Ashton, Mark Grocock, Cody Mack, Jason Coley, Scotty Tennant missed a few because he missed 4-5 rounds of the series by the looks of that too. And then, of course, Tyler Ingram, Shane Hawkins, Aaron McKenzie, and Liam Pluck. But each and every one of those drivers brought something different to the table, and it was awesome to have every one of them on board. And without them, obviously, we couldn't put on a show. So that's what it was. 2024 QTR Transport Stockcar E Series. And I think now we should hopefully try and get into tonight's action, which is coming to you from Oceanview Speedway. And of course, on the mic with me again tonight, we've got Daniel Gibbs, Sparky.
How's it going, bro? I just had a little bit of a technical difficulty there. Lucky you had the reins for a little bit, mate. I think the HDMI cord for my camera is playing up with my Stream Deck, so I think I've got it all sorted for tonight. If you hear me drop out at all, mate, you know what to do. Take the reins. But yeah, I think I've got it sorted for tonight. I had a bit of a bad luck over the last couple of weeks with my own thing as well, but how good was that E-Series, mate? Honestly, my debut, how would you put it, debut E-Series commentating. I've enjoyed it, man. I've loved every minute of it. Massive thanks to you, Tans, everyone behind the scenes, bro. Krusty and James Freeman and all those boys for what they do with the E-Series as well, mate. So you guys can give yourself a pat on the back. And also a big shout out to everyone that's watching live tonight, the likes of Lacey, the Riddick family, the Wilsons, week in, week out. They've been there with us watching it. Of course, Tans in the background watching as well. So yeah, big ups to everyone that's watched, mate. Like, it's been unreal, the traction that we've got from this.
Yeah, no, you did right, mate. No, I couldn't have said that better myself, to be perfectly honest. It's it's been a long 10 weeks. Certainly for us behind the scenes, it's been a good learning curve. It's been a hard slog. There's been a lot of time and effort that's gone on behind the scenes. As you touched on, Tanya Gillum, the amount of work that she put in behind the scenes with the t-shirts and the organisation of that behind the scenes. KJ with the trackside photography and the magazines that he's been doing. And like Jeff McConey running the servers every meeting that we're doing. Yeah, I mean, it's been a monumental sort of team effort, and yourself, obviously, joining us to do the commentary and being on the mic. So, yeah, like I said to the guys in the drivers' briefing, I like to think that we've sort of done a good job for our first attempt at it, and yeah, we've learned a lot from the series, and learned a lot, where we need to sort of plug a few holes, and yeah, going forward, hopefully it only continues to get bigger and better.
Yeah, 100%, mate. We said right from week 1 and 2, 3, even 4, we had sound problems. We had this problem. We had that problem. I think to this New Zealand champs now, mate, we've rounded out a pretty good how do I say, a pretty good show for the public now, with our trackside cameras and the commentary to add in with it, mate. Also, the insights to everything was, as we did say in those first few meetings, mate, Rome wasn't built in a day, and as sure as hell isn't built yet. We're still got some more stuff to come.
Yeah, no, too right, mate, too right. Well, I'll just go and give Krusty a notification, and they can get this first heat under the way, eh?
Sweet, mate.
Okay, mate, roll on when you're ready.
Hey, boy. All right, fellas.
I'll get myself sorted here.
Sweet.
I turned the sound down before because the cars were coming through while they were having a bit of bash around in the pits waiting for us.
Oh, that's a bit better there. Sweet.
How's that looking?
Yeah, looks good, mate. Looks real good.
We've
we
got
said it through.
ET off the front row there, along with Flynn Ashton.
Yeah, ET and Flynn are going to be hard stop from there, as well as man King James. James Freeman riding there behind there in that retro livery of Kelvin Gray, of course. Outside him, we have Zane Riddick, Mr. Consistent, who has been there or thereabouts all E-Series. Riding behind him, Cody Mack returning for tonight. Shane Hawkins with 2 from 2 over the last couple of weeks. This will be his 4th week back now.
Yeah.
He is one of the guys that is hot contention for the New Zealand champs, of course, as well. E-Series winner right down the back there, Caleb Ashton. He will be looking to get some points from all the way back there, and he's Mr. Slippery in Heat 1, as you could probably saw in the E-Series, but off pole position for Heat 1 tonight for the QTR Transport New Zealand Stockcar Champs, brought to you from Oceanview Speedway. As we see the green flag drop as they go down at the Heat turn 1. Watch for that big push. Flynn Ashton sideways, Hawkins sideways, straighten himself back up. They look like they get through there nice and cleanly. Brad Lane gets caught out wide with Daniel Curran, but we ride on board now with the Daniel Curran car of 12R as they come down back straight, 3 wide, 1 lap ticked off, and that was a pretty tame first lap for the Wanganui track. But out in front is the man himself, James Freeman, 46p, as he will come past and tick off another lap for the New Zealand Stock Car Champs at Wanganui. Pete Wilson puts a bit of a bumper into the back of Flynn Ashton. We're not used to really seeing Flinny up the front here. He's normally one doing the mahi back in the pack, but here comes Caleb Ashton as well. He gets past a couple of the cars there, but he's up with his old nemesis now. Alex Curran just up ahead of him. Those two have had plenty of biffo over the last couple of weeks. Zach West in that retro tank is back in 9th position as he puts Pete West a little bit wide. Shane Hawkins looks up the inside of him now. Here comes Brad Lane right on the back of Shane Hawkins in that tri-rail. They come down into turn 1 and 2, but out front now is Evan Tidal. Just gets past James Freeman, but James Freeman ducks up the inside as Evan goes a little bit wide. So come down, take another lap off, that 6 down. 10 to go still as Evan Tidal punts the 23R car of Flynn Ashton wide. You see Zane Riddick right up in the back of James Freeman now. Of course, James Freeman has been very, very competitive in the Stock Car E-Series. He's a veteran of the game. Zane Riddick in that immaculate looking Linton race car. He moves into first position. Evan Tidal now pushes James Freeman wide, puts a big bumper into him. They go 4 wide. Cody Mack runs up the inside into second position, but James Freeman gets spat out wide. Cody Mack gets punted wide. Zane Riddick is loving this as a 4 wide down the back straight. Caleb Ashton, the biggest winner out of that, moves into second position from the back of the pack. Evan Tidal sets his sights on him, can't quite get up on him. Cody Mack riding behind him, moves up into third position now as Evan Tidal gets a punt from the Flynn Ashton car. Flynn goes up the inside of him, moves himself into third position as the Ashtons take second and third so far. 10 down, 6 to go in the Heat 1 of the QTR Transport New Zealand Stock Car Champs from Oceanview Speedway. Zane Riddick, the man from just up the way in the Whitey Taranaki, comes past, tick off another lap. He's been Mr. Consistent this whole series, there or thereabouts. We're talking about Mr. Consistent as another man right behind him, Caleb Ashton, 22R. He's been setting fastest lap after fastest lap. There's a bit of a jam pack going there with the 2 tri-rails and the tank of Zach West. Zach West gets a hell of a boot up the backside from the 119H. And Hawkins comes out of best off with that as he moves through into the 8th position. Jesse Pollock Houston on screen at the moment. We go back to the 61 car of Zane Riddick just getting held up by a back marker, the 73 tank. One of our seasoned campaigners, he gets punted into the wall as well. Caleb Ashton moves into the leader right now. He ticks off another lap. 2 laps to go. Next time pass will be the white flag for the Heat 1 of the QTR Transport Stock Car E-Series New Zealand Championship. Even Toro punts a back marker out of the way, and in behind him is Flynn Ashton in the retro livery car. We're on board with Chris Bailey down the tank. Here comes Caleb Ashton out of turn 4, picks up Heat 1 win. New Zealand Stockcar champs, due by QTR transport from Oceanview Speedway down there in Wanganui. Caleb Ashton coming from a long way back to pick up that as we look through the the place getters. Flynn Ashton in first, second position, the 61S Zane Riddick, third position, Evan Taurua after a hard battle for the front three positions for him. Flynn Ashton fourth, Cody Mack fifth, Alex Curran with a solid sixth finish. James Freeman slipped back down to seventh position after leading a bit of that race. Dwayne Martin is another one to watch there in eighth. Chris Bailey with a solid top 10 in ninth. Pete Wilson 10th. Some very big names there missing out of the top 10 as we see Brad Lane in 11th, Shane Hawkins 12th, Jesse Pollock Houston 13th, Zach West 14th, Pete Taylor with a solid 15th position, Ryan Cooksley down there in 16th position, Sean Harrod there 17th, 18th, Krusty McConey 19th position, Daniel Curran, and Jason Coley rounds out the top 20. And as we see there, the final three positions go to the 73C Tank Kins and Len Park. There was a good battle there up front, mate. Caleb Ashton, of course, the victor in the race, and sort of got there by all the boys around him punting each other.
Yeah. It was a good hard first race. Like there was a lot of bumper work going in as far as sort of punting each other wide and that kind of thing goes. But yeah, it's good to see. Good to see, you know, those consistent sort of front runner guys still going hard and going at it. So yeah, now the interesting stuff happens from race 2 and 3 onwards. So
100%, man. Especially if the likes of Ryan Cooksley and even James Freeman, mate, finishing in 7th position. There's some guys there. Brad Lane's another one. Shane Hawkins, all those boys that finished outside the top 10. Dwayne Martin's another one. Like, it's just you don't know where to turn. Good to see Flynn Ashton up there at the front of the pack though as well, mate. He's been one that's been deserved for a podium. He was sitting there in the box seat at Palmerston North, but sort of his antics over the few race meetings had got in the way of that.
yeah, no, for sure. He's picked up a lot of race wins along the way, but yeah, I think he sort of missed out on taking a deserved podium kind of thing. But it looks like they're going ahead for Heat 2 already. So
Nice.
if I flick this, we should be already good to go.
Dan Curran starting down there on pole position in the Aussie Spears. Sort of car is that, man? A replica of a early Gorge?
Early Gorge, yep, that's 100% correct,
Yeah.
mate. Yep.
I see the good old days of those cars. The Barry Pajewski likes. They're the ones that got Len Puck there, the Terminator, and the 99C Woodford Glenshop tank. 22R Caleb Ashton, Heat 1 winner, starts off row number 2. Krusty McConey outside him. Drop back. There's a lot of tanks there in those 2 rows, mate. Chris
Is
Bailey,
there what?
Pete Wilson, Zach West, Fluffy. They're all there. Spots James Freeman right down the back of the pack there in 5th, starting off grid 15. So there's a lot of the fast boys back there. Shane Hawkins is right back there as well. He's back 17th. Cody Mack 18th. As we go green for Heat 2 of the QTR Transport New Zealand Stock Car Champs from Krusty McConey through the fence. He's right up high. That turn 1 is absolute menace at this track. Zach West goes in backwards with a rattler. He would not have wanted to go in that way. He spun out in lap 1 as we see Daniel Curran leading it away from the 22R of Caleb Ashton. Caleb Ashton now rubs the side rail to side rail with him. Chris Bailey with a solid up in the third position. That's probably the highest he's been for the whole series. There's even Tairua in 5th position. Zane Riddick in 8th at the moment. There's a lot going on in the middle of that pack now. Shane Hawkins runs a little bit wide, but we are focusing on the 94B car of Jesse Pollock Houston. Daniel Curran a long way back. Something happened to him right up the front there as Caleb Ashton just jets away to the front of the pack with another, in Heat 2. Daniel Curran's brother Alex Curran just gets passed now by Chris Bailey in the Aqua Plus Rees race car. Side rail to side rail, nice little punt past him. Cody Mack having a solid night tonight as well. He's up in the 5th position. Right behind him is Hawkins as there's a big dive on someone there. Looks like Brad Lane with a big bumper into Dwayne Martin as they start ticking off these laps quite quickly in this race. 6 down, 10 to go. As we ride online with Fluffy as he gets a big punt from Pete Taylor. Pete Taylor will be one to watch in Heat 3. Zane Riddick squeezing up the inside of the 73C tank now. Down there into 1 and 2, right in front of him as we ride on now with the 22R of Caleb Ashton. He gets down into 1 and 2 after taking off another lap. Alex Curran with a buffer behind him into Chris Bailey, who's just holding off the even Tairua Humphreys car. The Hessels Egg Farm Foxton Fizz car right behind him. Another Humphreys car. That is Cody Mack, who spins to the infield. But we ride on now with the 6th position car of Zane Riddick. Puts a little side rail to side rail, try move on Cody Mack. James Freeman down there in 9th position. He's having a night that he would want to forget. Running out in front in Heat 1 after getting turned. Pete Wilson here in the 4S Humphreys panel car. They come down now. 10 laps down, 6 to go. Caleb Ashton, we ride on with him again as he now ticks off another lap. As I said, these laps are coming off thick and fast. 5 to go. He heads out of turn 2, but a clear track in front of him. Good to see a nice clean race here for Heat 2. But we all know this Heat 3 is going to turn pear-shaped ASAP as we see Caleb Ashton now ticking off another lap. Right on board with Cody Mack now. Back there in 5th position, and in front of him is Chris Bailey. Flinny Ashton back down in 10th position. He'll be kicking himself with that start. Brad Lane in 13th. He's hard. Brad Lane's driving his car very, very hard tonight. Down there into 3 and 4. He's almost driving it like his modified. Go down to that corner and just stomp on it. There's the man of the hour though. Took out Heat 1. Currently leading Heat 2. Krusty McConey has a nice recover after ending up into the fence. In lap 1, Jesse Pollock Houston back out on the track after being momentarily on the infield. Alex Curran 2nd. Evan Tidal currently running 3rd position. But a lap car between him and Alex Curran. That is Daniel Curran in the 12R early gorge car. Dwayne Martin in 4th position, just getting a little tap there from Zane Riddick as they go 3 wide down the back straight. But here comes Caleb Ashton for 2 for 2 tonight in the QTR Transport Stockcar E-Series New Zealand Champs. Brought to you from Oceanview Speedway by the Dirt Shop Creations. Caleb Ashton, mate, 2 from 2 now. He's going to have a huge target on him.
Yeah, that's it's obviously, it's good for points, but it's never what you want going into the 3rd and final as being a two-time race winner.
Especially a night like tonight where brother Sam's not there. Flinny's up on points. Big Ty Ingram's not here. Todd Hemingway's not here. All his usual suspects around the whole Ashton, Ingram, Hemingway clan. They always stuck together. But they're all not here tonight to sort of help. So hopefully Caleb's made some friends along the way that will help him out. As we look there from 1 to 10, Caleb Ashton, Alex Curran, Evan Tidal, Cody McKee, Zane Riddick with a solid 5th, Dwayne Martin with 6th, KJ with a 7th, James Freeman, Shane Hawkins into the top 10 this time round with an 8th, Flynn Ashton down in 9th, Pete Wilson in 10th position. We're 11th to 20th, as we see. Chris Bailey dropped right the way back to 12th after running in the top 3 for a while. Brad Lane 13th, Zach West 14th, Jesse Pollock Houston 15th, Jason Coley 16th, Krusty McConey 17th, Daniel Curran 18th, Ryan Cooksey down there in 19th, and Kins in 20th. He's having a bit of a battle tonight in that McDonald's Pidor tank. And we look there, the three more tanks back there in 21st, 22nd, 23rd, Pete Taylor, Len Puck, and Fluffy. So they're all 23 finishes for Heat 2. So we might have some points for you.
Yes, I've just finished calculating those points, and
my guess is Caleb Ashton's on top.
pretty safe to say, yes, pretty safe to say. It is still quite a tight battle at the top there, though. So I will jump up with the other guys to read those out, and I will share this to the screen at the same time, so we can all run through it together. Just jump up there, mate.
Yeah, that's my point.
Evening, boys. Man, those first 2 races have been something wicked to watch. The racing has been awesome. So I do have some points going into this, but I need to share this at the same time as I am reading it out to you guys. So there we go. We've got them up on screen now. So obviously top of the table at the moment, Caleb Ashton taking 2 from 2, those first 2 heats. So he sits on a solid 60 points at the top. Evan Tyror, second on 56. So four points adrift. Zane Riddick sits third on 55. Alex Curran, fourth on 54. Cody Mack, fifth on 53. And then there's a little bit of a drop back to Flynn Ashton on 49. James Freeman sits there on 48, along with Dwayne Martin. And then there's a bit of a jump back to Shane Hawkins and Pete Wilson. They're on 42. So that's your top 10. But it's on. Like those points are tight. Anybody can still take it. So I'm looking forward to this.
She's all yours, Noby.
Let us know when you're ready, please do it.
Oh, cheerio.
Just roll when you're ready, mate, and I'll try and keep up.
Reggie.
All right, so how are those points, mate?
Very, very interesting. Yeah, good to see, as I said, we talked off air before about Zane Riddick, mate, Mr. Consistent. Good to see him there. Of course, the old foe. Even Tidal right in there as well. Alex Curran, he's one that's been very, very interesting in this series. Sort of know him pretty well with playing Wreckfest with him and stuff like that. So I know this is one of his first series, I'd say. Cody Mack, after a few weeks off, he's right there as well. But the one they're going to have to stop is the 22R Caleb Ashton. Yes.
And as you alluded to before, and a lot of his helpers are not here tonight. So, and there's a few guys throughout the field that probably owe him a few servings. So, yeah, here we go. Let's get into it. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this all day, and just the build up and leading up to this final night of the series. It's been awesome. So,
what a place to sort of have your finale as well. A place called what Oceanview Speedway. This turn 1 is going to be epic.
Oh.
We're going to see cars flying left, right, and centre here. As we see Alex Curran right behind Brad Lane there. He's up on points, but our man,
probably a good one to focus on going into this corner, being on the outside. I'll be surprised if he doesn't go up the fence.
As we see there, they're underway, and they get away all right. He's punted wide. You see that was a very, very tame turn 1, which was good to see. The 22R right down the back of the pack. He took that corner very, very cautiously, and so did Zane Riddick. But the man out in front is Ryan Cooksley. And behind him is Dwayne Martin and Alex Curran. Of course, Alex Curran up on points. He's dropped back to 5th position. Currently on screen now is the 119 H car, but just dropped back to Zane Riddick in 4th position. As Alex Curran just does a side rail to side rail pass. That's all he needs to do to get past him. Daniel Curran, brother there, riding behind him. Cody Mack as well there. There's a lot of cars, and here's the man himself on screen. He's down in 17th position. He's caught some attention of Evan Tidor and Jason Coley. As Jason Coley just turns hard into him now. Evan Tidor on the outside of him. That's not where Evan wants to be. He's sitting in 2nd position, and his teammates just put him wide. As we see Evan Tidor going around again, but Dwayne Martin is on screen. He's in 2nd position. Up ahead of him is Brad Lane. Zach West is in the mix of it as well. So they go hard into that turn 3 and 4. Alex Curran moves up to 3rd position. Just ahead of him is the 72A car. Slips up the inside of him. That's all Alex Curran needs to do. He doesn't need to do a dirty punt. Doesn't need to do a big dive. Just needs to get up in front of him. As Dwayne Martin goes hard into the wall with 10 laps to go. Rides that wall. Does Jack Myers style as Alex Curran fires himself into the wall as well. In 2nd position. Punts his way into... Oh, Ryan Cooksley puts Brad Lane up the wall. Brad Lane reverses out and back down. We have the new race leader, the 16R Equiplus Rees race car. The Sports Shed Alex Curran with 8 laps down. So he's currently sitting in the hot seat right now. We see Zach West trolling that pole line. What can that Worthington tank do? Jesse Pollock Houston checks up next to him as he cuts him down. He's obviously waiting for Dwayne Martin by the looks of it. James Freeman working his way through to 6th position. Just punts the car of Daniel Curran out of the way. Evan Tidor is there as well. He's down in 13th position. There's Dwayne Martin. Oh, Pete Taylor copping a lot of attention from Caleb Ashton. I think that's weeks of attention, frustration built up, but they have to stop the man. They can't just let him keep turning laps. He's still down in 21st position as Shane Hawkins now is in the side of Alex Curran. Alex Curran, can he get away from him? Jesse Pollock Houston feeding. Oh, he's spun him out. Pushes him to the pole line, gets him back out and underway. Alex Curran runs off down that back straight. Dak West comes across to cover him. Cody McKee now in the race lead. No, back to Alex Curran as he ticks off another lap. There'll be 3 to go. Jesse Pollock Houston putting the bumper into Alex Curran now. Spins him and his brother out, Daniel Curran. So he gets fired up, back underway. Race leader now is James Freeman from Zane Riddick. James Freeman copping a little bit of attention, as does the 72A car, but he gets out of there away from everyone else. Zane Riddick gets away as well. So we see Dwayne Martin in the 2nd position, Zane Riddick in 3rd. Alex Curran has dropped right back to 9th position. James Freeman now is your race leader. 2 laps to go as we see Alex Curran getting a bit more attention as well. So he heads off, he gets a lap, get lapped as well. Evan Tidor is riding behind him. Ryan Cooksley looks to a bit of attention on Alex Curran. James Freeman now gets caught up with everyone out wide, and Dwayne Martin moves into the lead. 1 lap to go for the New Zealand Stockcar champs from Oceanview Speedway. This has been an unreal series over the last 10 weeks, and this is the final heat is Pete Taylor now. Trying to put the stops on Dwayne Martin. Can't quite do it. That is the checkered flag right there for Dwayne Martin. He picks it up from Zane Riddick and James Freeman. Whoa, what a race, Steve.
that was full on. That was awesome. Awesome.
I'll take a wild stab in the dark, mate. I think Zane Riddick's taking that out.
Wow, Sparky was right up there too, mate. So yeah, it's
Zane was sitting in fourth position, I think.
Yeah. It's certainly going to be close. So
Zane Riddick was sitting on third on points going into the last heat. Cody Mack fifth. So yeah, I reckon it could be them two, and Dwayne Martin was sitting.
He was back in. Where was he?
48 points in eighth. So that would give Zane Riddick the win, then Cody Mack, and it could be between. No, I reckon Sparky could be possibly have picked up third position. All depending on the points of Alex Curran down there in ninth. How many points is that between them?
Yep,
Yeah.
Points.
That's 6 points. No, that's 8.
Wow.
I reckon Sparky's picked up third position.
Wow. It's
KJ just misses out.
Yeah, he just misses out. It is close. I can confirm now we do have a runoff.
Ooh.
But we do have a clear-cut winner. So
Nice. That was a very, very good race. All clean hits, all good racing in that one as well, mate. There was nothing dirty, nothing below the belt or anything like that. So good to see with these boys for a New Zealand title as well. I know that some of them out there would have been trying to put their all on it. There was a couple of questionable things from a couple of drivers that I thought might have gone a different way, but I'll keep my opinions to myself.
yeah. It's the final night. I think it was to be expected that a bit of that was going to come into it. Unfortunately, as much as we try and drill it into them, it happens. But how about we go and jump up in the other server and break the news, eh?
Yep, I'm just about to jump in there now.
No excuse, take your computer with you.
Yeah. Well, good show, boys. Good show. That race was awesome. There was action aplenty. Hard to know where to look. And yeah, I tell you what, that championship title, that swapped so many times throughout the course of that final race. It's not funny. So yeah. So I will share the screen now, and we will run through them. So we do have a runoff, and the runoff tonight is for second and third. That being between Dwayne Martin and Cody Mack.
He just left.
Well, Cody's just left, so Dwayne gets, I guess.
Relax.
No, he's still here. I can see him. Yeah. So
I was lagging.
So that's your
Drove out the pits.
that's going to be your runoff for second and third, and then we have a clear cut winner with a 6-point buffer, and this is going to be a bloody popular one, and I'm so stoked to see it. Zane Riddick.
Well done, Zane.
You, Lethal, I think you do too.
Good luck.
Good effort, bro.
The Riddler.
Cody, don't make me look too stupid out there, bro.
No, it's all love. Cheers, everyone.
No,
Well done, Zane.
that was an awesome NZ title fight, guys. And I mean, like, looking at those points, ET was just off the podium by 1 point.
Wow.
Alex Curran and KJ both missed out only by 2 points. Yeah, and Caleb got a bit of attention in that last one. and but even then, he still finished. What's that? Only 8 points off. So yeah, it was an awesome show. So I will leave the runoff to you now, mate. And
Actually, while we're live, Cody, heads or tails?
Tails, bro.
And it's heads. Sparky, what do you want? One or two?
Pole, please.
Roger that. Thanks, Dirk. We're good to go.
okay, just roll when you're ready, mate.
Roger.
Loser buys a beer, Sparky.
Yeah, bro. I've been buying a few.
Make it 2.
So this should be a bit of a good show, I think, between these two. They are both renowned within this community for using their bumpers and their blocking abilities. So
Yeah, they've both been up there, and yeah, like you said, you both know how to use their bumpers. So this is, like you said, this is going to be good. This is going to be very, very good.
and it looks like they're already getting on track. So look at that. We are getting through it quite nicely tonight.
Sorry if everyone out there hears a little bit of sniffling coming through the thing. I've been crook as it all week, and I didn't want to miss this this final round or final meeting. So you see there, Dwayne Martin chose pole after winning the toss. Cody Mack chose heads, got tails, as we all heard there while we were live. Of course, Dwayne Martin there in the Hawke's Bay Hawkeyes colours, driving the 72 Humphreys HSP chassis to the wall. Dwayne puts him up, pops his baller off, and as they get back and going, just remember they're not allowed to stop dead in this. If we're running the rules of Speedway New Zealand, you're not allowed to stop dead while you're in a runoff. As we see Cody Mack with his visor up, looking in the mirrors. Dwayne Martin now comes down. He's already ticked one lap off. They come down as he waits down in turn 3 and 4. This is going to be his first attempt at Dwayne Martin. Punts him into that corner, chassis rail to chassis rail. Runs him wide. Dwayne Martin now drives him to the infield. Gets off and going again as Cody Mack stops dead. Waits for Dwayne Martin to come around into 3 and 4 now. Another lap ticked off. 2 more to go. This time pass will be white flag. Cody Mack has to stop him now. Can't let him past. Has to put him up the wall and over. Oh, spins him up nicely. Stops dead. Dwayne Martin backs up and hits him. Gets off back and running again as Cody Mack goes sideways. Hooks reverse, hooks forward. Dwayne Martin drives him to the infield. Now he has to back up and go. This is very, very entertaining from these two drivers. Dwayne Martin gets up and going and takes out 2NZ for the Stockcar E-Series, brought to you by QTR Transport and the Dirt Shop Curations. Very good run off there, mate. It was quite technical.
It was. I think they were running out what we call our online teams rules, so you can come to a dead stop. But yeah, like it was good result for sure. Sparky, Dwayne Martin, he finished on the podium for the overall series, came home third. So, it's awesome to see him go one better and claim a 2NZ title as well to back that up. So awesome.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah, he's been one of the hard chargers throughout the series, which is good to see. It's been very rewarding. Of course, we talked off here, and Zane Riddick has been one of our gentleman of the series hasn't retaliated when he's been taken out. Got on with the work, rolled his sleeves up when he's had to roll his sleeves up. But that's just Zane Riddick to a T anyway. So
Yeah.
it's good to see him.
Yeah.
Wayne Martin, the man himself, that's borrowing my name for the E Series. We'll let him have it.
He's been Sparky online for a lot of years, mate. So there's a bit of conflict there, but I'll just jump up and let these guys know that I'm going to be a few minutes now as we run through a few other things, and before we get into the feature race. So I'll just go and inform them of that. Awesome, Sparky. Well done, mate. And Shot Cody on your podium as well, too, brother.
Cheers, bro.
Wicked run off. I'm going to be a few minutes now, guys, just as I run through a few things. I've got a bit of stuff to cover off between now and the feature, so I will come back and let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Jeez. Right, so with that said, before we get into tonight's feature, we will touch on last week's. Big thanks, obviously, to the man Graham Hughes from Sportsweb Photography for jumping on board and being the feature race sponsor the last week, Butcher's Picnic, down there at TWS, Paradise Valley Speedway. What a meeting that was to have for the end of the series, and what a result overall. So we'll quickly flick through a few picks from that. So that's how they started the night. I think we had more on the grid there last week than we did tonight, unfortunately, but it was a packed stadium. First time we actually run this track on a stream and that, so that too in itself was a special privilege for us, and also having the backing of the Rotorua locals like Sam Ashton and Graham Hughes, and that meant a lot. It was our man Ben Wagner picked up the race 1 victory down there in Rotorua, but then he quickly became a target and got the squeeze in race 2 as it got a bit darker there. Caleb Ashton at the front was in the mix as well. Jeff McConey ended up on his side, courtesy of Zach West and Mark Grocott there, with KJ pushing through. Evan Tidal, he picked up race 2 victory. And then as it got a bit darker, Flynn Ashton went to work at his local, putting the bump work in there on Dwayne Martin, trying to put an end to his series and that, but it wasn't to be, with Dwayne still coming home on the podium. KJ got a bit of attention there from the 73C tank of Mark Grocott, our man Fluffy. And then it was the 6th dub of Shane Hawkins that came home with the race 3 victory under lights and the tri-rail. That was a popular win too, I might add. Evan Tidal, he came home with the fastest lap time down there in the valley, 17:03 in the Stockcar. So that was good to see with the HSP chassis on song. Another popular one, Hard Charger of the Week, Dirt Shop Hard Charger of the Week, Chris Bailey. He has had an awesome run through the series. He's always been there or thereabouts. So he was a pretty easy pick for the Hard Charger last week. And as we all know, it was the 6th dub of Shane Hawkins that ended up taking out the Bay of Plenty champs. And like I said, the popular win. But then as we got into the feature race, Sportsweb Photography Butcher's Picnic, that's what it was. It was a mince fest. What's that? Flynn Ashton up the wall there, courtesy of Jason Coley and Zach West. And then KJ got in between the 2 tanks and made a meal out of it. Then Jeff McConey there clutched it, reverse, and put the 7B of Dwayne Martin up the wall. Rees on Rees. And then Scotty Tennant, he was there having a go as well at Flynn Ashton. And Aaron McKenzie in the 46B tank, he was putting the bumper to good use throughout the course of that. And then as you can see there, Shane Hawkins is getting a bit high and dry, courtesy of Caleb and Scotty Tennant. but it was the feature man, Brad Lane, who's he's made a thing of picking up the feature race wins. He came home and claimed the Sportswear Photography Butcher's Picnic down there at TWS Paradise Valley Speedway, and yeah, what an event! What an event to end the series and that. But while we're talking about feature races and sponsors, big thanks, special thanks to all of our feature race sponsors throughout the course of the series. Obviously, Work for You Property Services down there in Pataru, Shams Sparky, yourself, mate, Palmy Superstock Teams, Troy Adamson, Camp Coffee, Sam Ashton, obviously QTR Transport for getting in behind the whole series, and the New Zealand title tonight, Sportswear Photography, Ruston Racing, up there in Botany in Auckland. Yeah, they're the place to go if you want to test out our stock cars and the public want to have a go. Blake Speedway, it was awesome to have him on board for round one. Obviously, Hayden Barker, Heather and the team, and Lillian. Yeah, it was awesome to have them on board. I think there was the Miani round, and then of course Dave Shaw, Mr. Petrol Fumes himself. Yeah, just a long time supporter of what we're doing here at the Dirt Shop, and yeah, it was awesome to sort of just give thanks and you know, have you guys on board, and yeah, just be a part of what we're trying to do here. And then I'll carry on with the thanks. We've got special thanks now to Tanya Gillum. She has done a massive amount of work behind the scenes on the social media page, through the graphics design work on the t-shirts. They've just all come out like absolutely magic. All the reviews and everything about them have been awesome, and yeah, most importantly, the motivational coach that she has personally been for me, to keep pushing on and keep doing what we're doing, and that, because as I alluded to, it's been a very tough 10 weeks. So yes, no, I can't thank her enough for what she has done and brought to the team throughout the course of the series. Jeff McConey, obviously, you know, he's one of my admin guys, and yeah, he's sort of been like the left hand man through the course of the series. I've got their circus ringmaster because he's the one that's sort of left to ring in all the boys and get them ready from race to race and through the course of the evenings, while I'm of course doing the live streams. And yeah, the service specialist, he's good at what he does, and he pushes through quick and fast, and we're still on time at the moment tonight. James Freeman, obviously, KJ, man from Smack Talk, track photographer, magazine editor, graphics design. Like, you've all seen his work through the course of this series, from week to week. The second edition of the magazine is due in the very near future, so keep an eye out for that. But what he's brought to the team and what he does from week to week is just phenomenal as well. So massive thanks to him, and then of course yourself, mate, official series commentator and feature race sponsor, Daniel Gibbs, for coming on board and joining us with this series, mate. It's been awesome to have you as part of the team and what you've brought to the table. So yeah, no, much appreciated, very much appreciated.
Nah, man, and also a massive thanks from all of us out here, bro, for what you've done behind the scenes as well, man. You gave up racing 3 weeks ago for what the people wanted, and that was trackside photography or trackside cameras and stuff like that. And everything you do, bro, like, honestly, it's been unreal. We've built this from scratch type thing. All of us as a community have built this from scratch. So everyone from me, bro, and everyone in the comments section, everyone that views, everyone I talk to, bro, big thanks to you, mate. The hours are unreal, mate. They don't go unnoticed. So yeah, and also a special like a thank you, bro, for allowing me to be a part of this big series. I jumped at it when Tanya messaged me in Bali, and she said, "Oh, get back to me when you get back." And I said, No. I'll do it no matter what. Anything for you guys. So thank you again, bro. Thank you so much.
No, appreciate it, mate. That's that does mean a lot. So no, thanks heaps for that. And like I said, it's been a pleasure to have you on board. The first couple of weeks were a bit rough, but we got we got there, and I think the back end of the series has been pretty bloody good, to be honest. So yeah,
100%, mate.
the last thing I will touch on, because I know everybody's hanging in there to see the feature race. The last thing I will touch on very quickly. Congratulations to our winners. So we've got Travis Gillen there, who has won the spot prize. Now that was for picking the overall series winner. At the very start, we put up a post before the first round saying, put in your picks and that. And Travis was the closest to it. He actually did pick Caleb to win it. And yeah, so he picked up a spot prize, which I believe was a Dirt Shop T-shirt of some sort. Tans would know a bit more than I would about that. She's taking care of all that behind the scenes. But then, of course, we also have Dylan Ashton, who's just picked up the Caleb Ashton auction that we were running that finished at 6 p.m. last night. So that was awesome, Dylan. Cheers for that, mate. That is also going towards a good cause, as you know, and yeah, so congrats to those two. Travis, I believe his is already on the way. Dylan, I placed the order for yours today, so we will get the ball rolling in that and get Caleb around to sign it and all the rest of it. So yeah, but with that said, we will start getting into this feature race, eh?
Yeah, 100%, mate.
All right. You can go when you're ready, mate.
Here we go, boys. All right, champions, bumper up, please.
What am I missing here?
We're going, Michael.
There we go.
All right, boys. 20 laps. Good luck. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Green, green, green.
Sorry, mate, I didn't jump back in the server.
Sweet, I thought it was on my end. No, all good, mate. See Jason Coley off into first position for the Womanwear Champs feature race. I know Cody Mack now moves in there with the other HSP car right behind him is Alex Curran with his classic side rail to side rail move out of the way and coming through manoeuvre. But on screen now is the 72A car of Alex Curran. We see a couple of cars there down on the pole line already for this feature race. One of them looks like Brad Lane's picked someone up and dispatched them off as he doesn't miss any positions. Caleb Ashton now running out in front of Flynn Ashton. Puts Alex Curran hard into the wall, and that's Alex Curran's night done for the feature race. Got picked on there. You see Bradley Lane going up the inside of James Freeman, just making their way past Hawkins, who the last couple of weeks Hawkins has taken out the Rotorua champs, and also the weekend before as well as Flynn Ashton's copping a lot of attention. Caleb Ashton hard into the side of Pete Wilson as Cody Mack still leads away this 20-lap feature for the Wanganui champs at Oceanview Speedway. Zane Riddick coming up under attention of Flynn Ashton there. Cody Mack just lets his teammate go underneath him. Oh no, it looked like he's getting chased down by Zane Riddick and let him out of the way. On screen now is Brad Lane, former 1NZ modified driver. He's got Krusty McConian behind him. Flynn Ashton up onto his side. I'd say that'd be his night done as well with a DNF. Sean Harrod there in that retro car. These retro cars are looking quite cool in amongst all these new style cars, like even Tidal there as we flick to him and behind him, sorry, in front of him, looked like it was Ryan Cooksley, Jeff McConey punching his way past Hawkins as he's got the blocks on Caleb Ashton. Len Park's riding behind him. Zane Riddick, the man I talked about before, Mr. Consistent. He was down there on the pole line. This race is turning very messy, very quick, but Cody Mack still out in front. Brad Lane second, James Freeman third. As we go halfway through this, Cody Mack still your race leader. On screen, Zach West in fourth. He's right there. Krusty McConey puts him into the wall, gets tangled up with Shane Hawkins, and so does Pete Taylor. Cody Mack is on screen. Currently the man in the lead. Here's Zane Riddick just ahead of him. Looks like Zane Riddick's almost running block for him. Here comes Fluffy. Puts a punt in, half spins himself instead. Pete Wilson a lap down. Caleb Ashton and Jason Coley into each other again. Caleb Ashton gets fired in backwards there in turn 3 and 4. Jason Coley picks up the 72A car, and then he just runs off the back of him. Cody Mack's not doing this the easy way. He's not coming under attack from cars left, right and centre. James Freeman's still sitting in third position. Fourth position, Zach West. He's had a better night tonight after his last couple of weeks. We look back now on screen is the 72A HSP Cody McKee car. So he comes out of turn 4 as we see Chris Bailey putting the 73C tank up the wall. 16 down, 4 to go for the Wanganui champs. Kins looks like he's dropping back in positions. He could be a DNF. Shane Hawkins now on the block. Zach West moves into third position with James Freeman coming under attention from Jason Coley. Jason Coley in the HSP Hessel's Eggs car. Cody Mack still out in front, ticks off another lap. 18 down, 3 to go. Brad Lane keeping his nose clean in the feature race of these 20 laps. Still though 3 laps to go, anything could happen. Zach West in third. Young Zach West was currently sitting in our top 3 of the series. After heat 4, after round 4, was Cody Mack getting attention there from Pete Taylor in the Myers replica tank. Zach West up into second position. Cody Mack still in third position. Getting a lot of attention there. Even Tidal moves up. Krusty McConey moves up. Cody Mack still copping attention there from Shane Hawkins as Brad Lane. Oh, Zach West hits Brad Lane on the last corner. That was unreal.
He thought he was in for another feature race win, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say that. He was the king of the park, king of the arena, and he's going to be the Oceanview champ. But how good does it see Zach West pluck that from him, mate? He's Zach West had a few meetings where he would have liked to forget. He was, like as I said, he was sitting there in our top 3 after a couple of meetings, and just got pipped, got rolled, and got taken out, and everything. But we looked there from 1 to 10 for the Oceanview Speedway Wanganui champs. Zach Westford first, Brad Lane the 119H in second, Evan Todor third position for the Wanganui champs tonight. Krusty McConey fourth, Chris Bailey fifth, Cody McKee down in 6th position, 7th position Sean Harrod, Daniel Curran in 8th, Zane Riddick 9th, the 84P car of Bunty in 10th position, Ryan Cooksley, let's look there, 11th through to 20th, few DNFs through there. There was a big battle going on. See Pete Taylor there. Pete Wilson there in 11th position, Fluffy in 12th, James Freeman 13th, Kins in 14th.
So they're going racing again in the background there, but this is playing up a little bit.
It's all good, mate.
So obviously that's what we were doing tonight, and it's been an awesome 10 weeks. It's been hard, but it's as the time's gone on, and we've gotten through the series. I mean it's just gone from strength to strength. One thing I didn't touch on just before, a big thanks to Brad Wright. So Brad, he was only with us for one round of the series. Goes by the name Tank online. But Brad, massive thanks to him, because without him we wouldn't be racing at all. He was the man that came to the party and supplied us with a server PC, and that enables us to go racing. So if you're listening, mate, and you're still watching, massive thanks, brother. We wouldn't be doing it without your contributions and what you've done. So it's been unlucky that you haven't been able to be with us through the course of the series. But that's that's the nature that you've got to do what you got to do for work and that. But like what you provided for us and what it's meant for the whole community has just been wicked. So cheers, brother, much appreciated. As I touched on before, not that one. That's what we've been doing for the last 10 weeks. The 2024 QTR Transport Stockcar A Series. Massive thanks once again to Tracy, Rob, Quinton, and all the team at QTR Transport for getting in behind it, making it all possible. It's been a long road, but we've done it. We've pulled it off, and obviously the big thanks to you as well again, mate, for coming on board and unofficially becoming our commentator. So it's that's been awesome.
Sweet as, mate, and of course we've got a couple of things coming up as well. Another series coming up. If we can, have you got a sponsor for that yet, mate? Or are you still looking for a sponsor? If anyone wants to jump on,
no, we still have we do have a few options there. We haven't 100% confirmed and sealed one, but yeah, we do have a few options there. It will be a Super Saloon series. The next one, there will be a couple of weeks gap between now and then. So just keep an eye out on the Dirt Shop page going forward for all your information in regards to that. But yeah, so hopefully we can sort of kick that off before the real season gets underway, and we can get some good side by side action racing with the open wheelers. But as
Yeah,
for us
100%.
now, that's a wrap. That's the end of the 2024 QTR Transport Stockcar E Series, the New Zealand title tonight, and congrats again to the podium place getters. And yeah, what a popular win! What a popular win! It was good to see Zane take it earlier. Take the podium a couple of weeks back, but this one here will mean a lot. So Sharon, Warren, I hope everybody's watching at home, and that is a fan favourite win for sure.
Yeah, 100%, mate. That's me for the series, and I can't wait to catch you guys again for the next series coming up. But yeah, like I said, thanks for letting me jump on, mate, and it's been a pleasure so far. And just the Super Saloon one will be quite cool to see. It's not no fake dirt, so not fake, no fake late model thing. It's actually all our New Zealand tracks. Will be quite cool to see.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be unreal. So cheers for that, mate. I'm about to jump out, and I'll let you carry on talking to everyone, mate.
No, that's a wrap from me too, guys. So very much appreciated. Thank you everybody that's tuned in throughout the course of this, throughout the course of the series, throughout the course of the evening, and yeah, we hope to be back in the coming weeks and start it all over again with something new. Okay, cheers, guys. Thank you very much.